We're, so to speak, 3 years into 1938. That Ukrainians are keeping us there. They're keeping us out of 1939. But if we drop the ball, if we don't support them, if we let them lose, then, you know, not that it will be exactly the same, but then I think we can expect a much greater conflict. When Russia made a big deal about it, but by the end they weren't. If you want to have a safe Europe, you have to have a strong Ukraine. So if there's a ceasefire, that is then Europe's hour. And if Europe doesn't act in that hour, then things are going to get much worse, not just for Ukraine, but for Europe, because you're then facing the situation of a Russia that's had a pause, starting the war again, and the United States being completely absent. Never what you expect, for better or for worse. You know, Russia's economy is as big as whatever, Belgium and the Netherlands together, and Ukraine is as big as, like, you know, take an American state, and not even a big one. So these are like relatively small economies. And we in the big economies are looking and saying, oh, who's going to crack first? Whereas in fact, it depends on what we do economically and the choices that we make. If you listen to the propaganda of nuclear power and do whatever they say, that means that nuclear bluffing works. And if nuclear bluffing works, that means that everybody should have nuclear weapons, either so they can do nuclear bluffs themselves, or so that they can defend themselves against nuclear bluffing. Second point, and related, if you want there not to be a nuclear war, you need Ukraine to win. Because if Ukraine loses the war, then the lesson that the whole world learns is countries that have nuclear weapons are going to win conventional wars, and therefore the only way to stop conventional wars is to have a nuclear weapon yourself.